I have no clue what I'm doing.
Mata Nui is flung through space on a journey whose destination no one can know.
Oh, we've been out here for hours, but still no sign of the moon.
What the heck was that?
I don't know, man, but we're totally going after it.
Hi everyone, it's the Gundam Lady back with another review for LEGO City's newest wave of space sets. I have my NASA jacket on for this review. In this video, we will be taking a look at set number 60351, Rocket Launch Center.
Oh, it's so big I can't even put it all the way in the frame.
So I have to admit that this is my favorite set out of this entire wave. It pays wonderful tribute to real-life NASA rocket launches, and it's completely based off of NASA's actual Artemis moon rocket concept that rolled out a few days ago. You should totally check it out. As always, before we get started, I'd like to thank LEGO for sponsoring this video and for sending me these sets to review. I love all of them, especially this one, and it was a great opportunity to put them together and review them for the TTV channel. Subsequently, I'd like to thank the TTV channel. They've been very kind to me, even though these sets are a little late. Just a quick reminder that anything said in this video is my opinion and my opinion alone, and is no way influenced by LEGO whatsoever. You probably already know who I am from the last video, so without further ado, let's go! The Rocket Launch Center is the largest of the sets in this wave with 3 big structures included in it. It is set number 60351, it has 1,010 LEGO pieces, a whopping 7 minifigures, and retails at $159.99 as of March 1st, 2022. We will check out this set based on its appearance, build, functions, and overall my opinion of it. I'll start with the appearance first. This set is based off of NASA's Artemis return to the moon and takes inspiration of real-life NASA rocket launches and the firing room. It also has an observatory with a garage below it. 2 of the structures are primarily white in color, while the rocket stand itself is navy blue and gray. The main body of the rocket is a brownish orange, the same color as the real-life space shuttle's external fuel tank. The garage door and the windows on the Rocket Launch Center keep consistency with the rest of the space set's theme of transparent blue. This set includes ground-based vehicles, a space boulder that hides a surprise, crystals, and a tiny little quad propeller drone. The shaping of the observatory and the launch center both match each other very well, and there's a small tree with a parrot on the outside of the garage building. Oh my gosh, do I have so much to say about the details. We'll begin with the launch center building. According to NASA, the firing rooms are the heart of the Launch Control Center at Kennedy. All activities involved with preparing rockets, spacecraft, and payloads for space can be controlled by engineers sitting at computer terminals in the firing rooms. Likewise, all activities at the launch pads can be run from a firing room. On a small scale, this set nails it. Inside the structure is a large screen to monitor the rocket in orbit, and there are 2 terminals for engineers to sit at in these blue chairs. There are screens above the terminals that display more information, and the building has a small rocket on display. On the wall behind it is a poster display with information I can guess is about the different aspects of the launch mission, such as the astronauts, payload, and fuel. Atop the building is a satellite dish. The observatory is absolutely adorable. Beneath it is a garage that can hold a small ground vehicle and some tools for the mechanic here to work with. Open up the observatory's dome, and you can see a space where this gentleman named Wild works. Boy, is he going places with his career he's made here. He's got a full setup for him and his engineer friend to work on their small drone, very cute by the way, operate the telescope, and use a magnifying glass to research this bacteria. He's also got a screen set up to view the telescope's findings. I love the character that was put into this. Now for the rocket pad itself. The rocket looks great, nearly identical to the picture depicted on the box for NASA's concept. My favorite small detail of the set is actually beneath the rocket's engines. If you look down on the launch pad, you'll see these 2 blue flame pieces, which I believe to be water jets. A critical thing I learned recently about rocket launches, as well as the space shuttle launches, was that the launch pad is a cooling system that also serves as a sound suppression system. When the rocket launches, the blast is so powerful and so hot that it could really do a ton of damage to the rocket and the launch pad if the thrust is not contained. As a result of this problem, a water system was created to shoot out tons of water onto a launch pad underneath the rockets as it's taking off into the sky. This effectively cools the launch pad and prevents massive amounts of flames and combustible materials from rebounding back up at the rocket and damaging it. I hope that's what LEGO was going for with this. If I'm wrong, well, darn. But it was cool to see this detail implemented nonetheless. The rest of the launch pad is navy blue and accented with yellow. LEGO City did a good job using angled supports to help hold up the tall structure, and there's a fold-out bridge for their astronauts to get to the rocket with. If I'm being honest though, I really don't see a place for them to get actually inside. There's no door at all. Onto the build. This set was simplistic to put together. While I had the help of my LEGO-loving parents for the rest of the sets, I myself was the one that assembled this one. I enjoyed the process as I haven't built a LEGO City set in a while. The set opts to use large fill pieces instead of many smaller bricks, similar to the lunar research base. I didn't mind the simplistic build, and kids putting it together should have minimal trouble with the complexity of it. The structure of the set is quite solid all around. One thing I took note of was the stability of the rocket when it sits on the launch pad. It wobbles around quite easily, something I have seen in other rocket sets, notably the one that I already own. I was hoping to see some improvement with this, and there is definitely some, but due to its tall stature, it's understandable that it might wobble a bit. It makes me wonder how stable real-life rockets are on their launch pads. Onto functions. With largely straightforward functions, the set is fun to play with. The rocket can be lifted off the launch pad and its tip structure falls away from it as a result. There's an elevator on the launch pad that is strung up for the astronauts to be lifted into the rocket bridge, which folds out like so. The rocket can be opened up to reveal its payload inside, and like I mentioned earlier, there's no door. You have to remove the top. This little ground vehicle has an arm that can lift the boulders, top off, and drive away. The garage is functional and can be raised and lowered with a finger. I love garage pieces, they're so satisfying to play with. Atop the garage, the observatory can rotate and change the direction of the telescope. The telescope itself can be raised and lowered by twisting this small knob on top to capture the images of space. My favorite function of this set actually resides inside the Launch Control Center. There's a screen display for the engineers to watch the spacecraft travel in orbit. By turning this knob on the back, you can move the rocket on the screen. This function is unique and cute, and I haven't seen it used anywhere else. I loved this quite a bit. Overall, the set takes the cake along with the Lunar Research Base in this wave of sets as my favorite. Its plethora of little details to enjoy and its numerous minifigures and buildings can make it a creative and fun set to play with and appreciate for both kids and adults alike. Kids can definitely have fun playing out LEGO City's rocket launches with each minifigure playing their role in their narrative and utilizing the functions the set provides, while adult fans can relive the excitement of seeing a space launch on TV or in real life with this set on their shelves and appreciate the detail that went into it. Overall, a great set anyone would love in their space collection. Now about that price.
So I wouldn't consider myself the most knowledgeable about LEGO pricing, considering my parents were the ones that bought me all my LEGO sets growing up, so I have no real concept of how expensive LEGO sets are. However, this set retails at $150.
When I was putting this set together, I noticed that they opted to use a lot of larger pieces to simplify the build. And I don't know if that's for kids, I don't know if that's for price point. I don't know if that worked though, because that's an expensive set.
I'm pretty sure it was the NASA logo.
Honestly, the more I sit here and think about the price compared to the other sets and just my mom's comment about how expensive LEGO is, the price does make sense, but it's still weird. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the price of this set. The last one that I reviewed was $119.99, so $120. And I felt it was a mostly justified price because you get a lot with the set. In this set you do get a lot, but $150 for a LEGO City set that uses a lot of big pieces to substitute smaller pieces was interesting, to say the least. The price being said, I can say any space fan would love this set, and if you have the opportunity to pick it up, you totally should.
Now what do I think of the wave overall?
I can't really express how happy I was to hear that LEGO was coming out with some more space sets. I remember when they released the very small LEGO Space Shuttle some odd years back, and I remember begging my mom for it. So space sets are something I really hold near and dear to my heart, and it was really cool to put all of these together, especially with my family who also loves LEGO just as much as I do. I mentioned before that my favorite LEGO set out of this wave is the rocket. It is the rocket. I love rockets. I've also always wanted to see a rocket launch growing up, so I think that's part of the reason why I really like this set. I also really liked the lunar base set. My mom really liked putting together the lunar base set. She was talking about how cool it was to assemble the hydroponics bay and all of the little details that came with it. It was incredible. The other 2 sets, of course, were wonderful additions to this wave. I think all of the sets fit together very nicely. Having all of them and seeing all of them together really shows how LEGO really thought about the coordination between all of them, and they look great. They're all very clean, very nice sets. I really hope that LEGO does more space themes in the future. I was ecstatic when they released the LEGO Discovery Space Shuttle, so maybe they could do more spacecraft. That would be fun. I would love to see bigger space sets from them. I feel like we've gotten the big LEGO Space Shuttle, which is awesome, and I'm sure there's other sets that have been cool. The Lunar Lander is awesome. But I really want to see like bigger play sets for LEGO City. I noticed that with some of these, the places where you can stick your hands in were very small, and all of the buildings and stuff are very small and compact. It would be really cool to see something that's the size of like the police station that LEGO released a while back, that's like a space station that kids could play in many different rooms. I know that would have been something that I would have been all over as a kid growing up if I saw something like that. So that's something I would like to see from LEGO, but them just doing space is cool enough, so thank you everybody so much for watching these videos. If you watched all 4 of them, that's awesome. I've been reading all the comments, and the positive feedback is very, very much appreciated. It's been amazing to have this opportunity to be on the TTV channel and make some videos for them, and I hope I have the opportunity to do more in the future. If you enjoyed these review videos, please consider leaving a like, a comment, or share with your friends, and subscribe to the TTV channel for more awesome content related to LEGO. Even after 4 videos, I still don't know how to do an outro yet, so bye!